What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tim. I'm an Amazon private label FBA seller. I've sold over $75 million on the Amazon platform, and I'm here to show you some tips and tricks on more about the business model and also how you can get started too. Now, I just went to my PO box for one of my businesses, and I had this envelope in there, and it was pretty interesting because I opened it up, handwritten to addressed to me, and it's about a 4-page document, and it says here, starting out, private confidential, but then I go on to page 4, and it's actually an offer to purchase my Amazon business. Check it out. So I have blurred out a few things on here, but you can get the idea. They're offering, what is this? Almost $30 million for my Amazon business. Now, why is that interesting to me? A little bit more about this offer. And what does that mean for you? Well, this is the first time that I've had a company actually proactively come out and just say like, hey, here's an offer. We're willing to buy your business, okay? Typically, all the people I've ever seen who sold their Amazon business, they go to a different website where you can sell businesses like this. They put it up for sale, and that's when it goes onto the market. And anyone who's interested in purchasing can put in an offer for it, right? And they can talk to the seller, get all the information they need. But this is the first time I've actually seen a company doing outreach. They're actually going out and looking for different Amazon sellers who have a profitable store and just saying like, hey, I'm willing to do this amount. Let's go, let's get on a call, and let's make this thing happen. Now, what that tells me is these aggregators, if you're unfamiliar with that term, they're basically these companies who have raised a ton of funds in order to buy Amazon businesses and just gobble them up because they know how profitable these businesses are, taking over the businesses and then running themselves on Amazon. But you can see how in demand these businesses are because it's not enough for people to just wait for these websites where ones come up for sale. They're saying, no, let's do outreach. Let's go out there and proactively try to reach out as many of them, shoot them an offer, and let's get on the phone and see what kind of deal we can come up with. So that's really interesting to me because this is the first time it's happened to me. And this tells me that's going to be happening more so, probably happening to a lot more Amazon sellers beyond myself. So the way this offer was structured is they offered me almost 24 million of that 30 million up front. And then they want to do a 50% profit share paid in the next 12 and 24 months based on assumed 50% growth in year 1 and 50% growth in year 2. They estimate profit share would be like $3.5 million, all right? And they also said in regards to the timing of it, they said they could get this deal done within a time frame of 4 weeks. And they said that would mean close to 24 million in your bank within a month to 45 days. And they said, give us a call, let's get working on this. Now, am I gonna take this offer? I am not going to take this offer. I have no plans on actually selling my Amazon business in the near term. I love my business. I love working with my team on it. Built these brands from when they're a baby to now full-grown adults, and we're gonna push them even further. But who knows, sometime in the future, I might be interested in selling my Amazon business. But now, how does this impact you? Like, who cares that I got some high offer for my Amazon business that I'm not even gonna take, but how does this impact you? Well, I want you to really think about this because a lot of people, when they think of selling on Amazon, they think more so purely about the cash flow that comes in monthly from their product selling on Amazon, okay? And the majority of them do not even think about the whole idea of an exit. And for many businesses, the exit is where you actually make at least 50% or more of all the income that you make from your business. So let's say you get onto Amazon, like let's say we can project this out. Let's say you get onto Amazon and you launch a couple products. And let's say you're making around $3,500 profit, right? Between $3,000 to $4,000 profit, which isn't some crazy hard, difficult task, right? You need 1 to 3 items or something like that, and you can hit that profit goal. What can you expect in addition to that, 3 to 4K profit coming in a month? If you had a business that was doing this and you had it for maybe a year and a half or so, and you went to put it up for sale, what could you expect to sell it for? Well, why don't we look for ourselves? All right, so here we are on empireflippers.com. This is just one of multiple sites where you can sell an Amazon FBA business or actually purchase an Amazon FBA business. And a good way to tell like how much you might be able to sell your Amazon business, like let's say if you want to project this out, we're going to make X amount profit, right? $4,000 or $3,000 to $4,000 a month. And let's say my business is a couple years old, a year and a half or something like that. The way you can find out kind of what going rate is you look at what's on the market, because similar to like the real estate market, if a house is selling for this much and this much, you'll get a good idea what yours can sell for based on what the competition has theirs for sale for, all right? So if we go to empireflippers.com, we can go here to select monetization and we go here to Amazon FBA. Then we just click find listings, all right? And you can see how many different Amazon FBA businesses are for sale. This might surprise you because you might be thinking, oh, there's only a couple people who do this business model. No, this is a business model that works, that a lot of people build, sell, flip, start again, and continue doing. Like, look at how many of these are for sale, right? A lot of them for sale. There's a lot of people who have success at this business model, and that's what I really want to show you. But now, remember I was telling you about like a $3,800 or something business, right? So you can see here it says monthly net profit. Like, forget the monthly revenue. Let's just look at net profit for here, okay? So we have these different ones, and you can see here past 12 months what they've done, right? So obviously, if in the past 12 months it's been going up versus the past 12 months it's been going down, it impacts how much it can sell for. This one has been going up. So even though it has less of a monthly net profit, it's this one, since it's going up, it is going to have typically a higher valuation, right? It has a better outlook. This one's been dropping, even though right now it's making a higher net profit. It kind of has a downward trend. This is good because if you go to sell your Amazon business, you don't want to get to a point where you're like, all right, sales are dropping, now it's time to sell it. That's not when you sell an Amazon business. You sell it when it's on the way up, okay? But let's look around here. I'm gonna look for something around that $4,000 profit range. So this one is $4,000 profit with 50% drop in the last 12 months, selling for $175,000, okay? Let's go down lower. Let's see if we can get a cheaper one, okay? So here we go. $4,000 profit, right? $4,300 profit, which I said you could usually get if you have just a couple decent products, right? Once it's up and running. This, even though in the last 12 months, it's dropped 23% sales, still $173,000 cash out, right? And here's this one, 2018. So this is a few years old. It is still growing, which is pretty nice. $5,600 profit, and it's doing, going for $163,000. Let's look down here for even less. Okay, look at, here's an interesting example. We have this one, business created in 2020, so it's not very old, okay? So I know it's one thing to sit here and be like, yeah, but Tim, these businesses were made in 2018. This business was made in 2017. That means I'd have to hold in this business for 5 years before I could cash out. Well, let's take a look. This one, 2020, okay? This is what? 2 years or something, okay? It's making $3,700 profit. It's been growing. To grow 150% in the past 12 months means that it's not like they went from like $10,000 profit to like 50,000. No, so they probably just launched one more product within the past 12 months and it worked out well, okay? So if you take this time frame, 2020, and let's say they are launching one product every single year and it's a success, or let's say they launched 4 products over the past 2 years, one was not a success and the other 3 were, and now they make a little over $1,000 on each of those 3 products. They can cash out for $155,000, okay? In literally a little over a year and a half. Now think about this for a moment. This is what I want to draw attention to, because remember, a lot of people only focus in on how much it can make monthly, but how long would it take monthly for him to get $155,000? It would take quite a few years, right? But he, within 2 years, launching a few products, got it to almost $3,800 in profit and can cash out within 2 years for $155,000 and can rinse and repeat. Now, is it going to sell for this much? We don't know, but by looking at what's on the market right now is going to give you a glimpse of what you can kind of look forward to and maybe project out for your upcoming Amazon business. Now, there is a tool here that I recommend. If you scroll down here a little bit, it'll talk about selling your business, right? So if we go to how to sell a business, if you scroll down here, it has a little tool right here, get my valuation now. And you can put in the different pieces of information about your projected Amazon business that you're thinking about, right? Amazon FBA. You fill this out and it will give you a valuation for what your business could be. And that way, when you're considering different business models, like if you're saying, okay, should I get into crypto? Should I get into real estate? Remember that a huge piece of getting into Amazon FBA private label is not just how much it kicks off monthly, but also what you can eventually exit it for. And if you want to play around with the numbers, it's actually pretty fun to get your valuation and to kind of test out what these numbers can be. You could say, if I want to exit within 3 years and I want to make $500,000, then what does that mean that I need to be earning up until then? And then you can reverse engineer those types of things down to figure out, okay, That means I need to have X amount of products selling about X amount per month. And if I hold on to that for 2 years, then I can get this valuation, I can make this exit, and my whole life changes when it comes to finances. So I want you to think of having an Amazon FBA business very similar to a real estate rental that has high appreciation rates. Not only are you making the monthly income from maybe your renters, but the property is going up in value. And then within a couple of years, you can sell that property for hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit. That's kind of like an Amazon FBA business. So it's a fun little exercise. I recommend you doing it. You can see by that letter that I got in the mail that people are hungry for this type of business. All right. Investors want to buy Amazon FBA private label businesses because they know the kinds of profits that they're making. But what these companies don't want to do is take the time to start the business. Whereas you may not have millions and millions of dollars to just be able to buy an existing Amazon business, you do have the opportunity to gain an education and need way less capital than what these big companies have and get started. And eventually, within just maybe a year and a half, 2 years or something, go onto a site like this, Empire Flippers, or get a letter in the mail like I just did and make a huge exit. Now, of course, before we end off this video, I got to shout out a few of our students in this past week who posted some amazing results. We have Anna here who just launched a product we see here in the Canada marketplace. And this product is taking off. We can see this upward trajectory. This thing's a rocket ship to the moon. Congrats, Anna. I can't wait to see your next screenshot of what this product does in its second month of launching. We also have Angel here. Angel just got the Amazon Choice Badge for his product. If you don't know what the Amazon Choice Badge is, I put a link up in the corner here to a video that I did in the past that shows you the power of having the Amazon Choice Badge. But we can see it just on his graph right here. Right when he got this Amazon Choice Badge, his sales rocket ship to the moon. So shout out to you, Angel. Keep up the good work. Are you interested in being a private label master's killer? If so, always a link in the description. Watch the 20-minute video, fill out an application. We can see if we're a good fit working together. You guys, I'll see you in the next video.